Oh, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Um, April 16th, 2020. Um, this is the Gateway Pundit. Apparently, dozens of cops in tactical gear aggressively show up at California church on Easter. Pastor now facing a fine and up to 6 months in jail. There's no violation of our First Amendment right there, is there? On a related note, the governor of New Jersey, decided to go on Tucker last night, and of course, just like every coward progressive liberal dodges every question. The guy is a deep state plant. The folks that voted for the governor of New Jersey over the lie about $15 an hour, which is going to bankrupt every small business, and over weed, y'all are fucking stupid. I'm going to tell you that right now. You have no idea what life is really about. The folks who need that chemical dependency to have a good time, you have other issues that are not going to be solved by a drug. Anyway, so yeah, this story was at 5:54 last night. This came out April 15th. He faces up to 6 months in jail for having a church service. And now, this was this morning at 9:42 a.m. Chicago police set up checkpoints to keep citizens at home, while the mayor, Miss Lightfoot, by the way, if that's the face of your city, you got problems, dashes off to visit her hairstylist. That's disgusting. And then there's another one here. There's an exclusive here. Apparently, images of the same boy are being used as the youngest coronavirus victim in the UK, Portugal, Belgium, but the photo is a boy from Ireland. So again, you folks who are out there believing the mainstream media and you're too fucking lazy and too uneducated to go and look up stuff is disgusting. And you can't spread false narratives like that. I'm sorry. That goes for anybody. I don't care if you're 75 or 15. You do your research. And this is from the same paper. Unemployment claims jump another 5.25 million. That's 5,250,000 more. It's now over 22 million jobs are lost thanks to garbage models, flawed reporting, and reckless officials. And who are those officials? Deep state ops, Dr. Birx, Dr. Fauci. Everybody wants to know why Trump brought these guys in. Because they have shown their slithering, slimy faces. They showed their ass to the country, and now they're going to have to deal with the consequences. And we've got another one here. Interesting. Researchers reveal Clinton Foundation is linked to the WHO and PEPFAR, the Gates Foundation, and the Global Fund. Wow, I can't understand why they would be pushing a vaccine that's going to either destroy lives or make them hundreds of millions of dollars. And then here's another one. This is from this morning, 7:30. Obama's deep state had to create and use false Steele dossier because they had to win the 2016 election to cover their actions. If you think they're only trying to cover the actions of politicizing the FBI and the CIA and the Department of Justice, then you folks you're not really paying attention to anything that's going on. It's sad. These folks are involved in a hell of a lot more than you could imagine. But let's go back to this one, because this is tears at the heartstrings. This is just like CBS in New York using footage from an Italian hospital to say it was a New York hospital. And people are so stupid. They're so brainwashed that it's disgusting. So this one here, exclusive images of same boy are being used as the youngest coronavirus victim in the UK, Portugal, and Belgium. But the photo is of a boy from Ireland. European media caught a huge coronavirus lie. News broke this month that 13-year-old boy, Ismail Mohammed Abdul Wahab, became the youngest coronavirus victim in the UK. And a 14-year-old boy, Victor Godinho, became the youngest coronavirus victim in Portugal. The media says they were healthy boys who died from the coronavirus. Here's their photos. Well, I wish I knew how to mirror this stuff, but I don't, and it's the same person. That's the same young man. It says the image of Connor Wilmert, a 13-year-old Irish boy who died in 2017. He died in 17. He was 13. His name is Connor Wilmot. Coroner's pictures are being used in reports and identifying and about the identity and nationality of the youngest Muslim COVID victim in the UK, Portugal, and Belgium. Folks, if you really can't see that you're being lied to every minute of every day by this nonsensical garbage media, you're crazy. All it takes is a little bit of research. That's all it takes. But y'all are so fucking lazy and so brainwashed that you'll sit there and say, "Oh, well, I heard this and it's got to be true." Did you do your research? No. Then it's not true. I work on cars, and if there's a check engine light in the car, I'm not gonna just throw parts at it, because you could throw hundreds of dollars of parts at a car and the light's still on, and you finally bring it and get it checked, you get it plugged in, and your gas cap was loose. Oh, wow. So you just spent $400 on parts and it was your gas cap. So that's the Gateway Pundit. The unemployment one I definitely want to see. So total number of American victims of the coronavirus lockdown is at least 22 million. 22 million. Huge increase in unemployment has likely pushed the jobless rate to about 15%. That's the highest level since the Great Depression in the 30s, guys. We're in trouble here, and no one wants to see it because this group after me wants to sit home and collect money for nothing off my tax dollars. Fuck you. This is not kid-friendly content. I don't care. It didn't have to be this way. This is a product of faulty models, ignorant officials, and dishonest reporting. There have only been over 28,000 coronavirus deaths this year that are presumed to be linked to the coronavirus. This is half as many deaths as the seasonal flu, and I believe it's less than half of the amount of drug overdoses last year in the United States. I believe that number was 73,000, but we didn't shut down the fucking country for that. The average age of the typical coronavirus victim is around 80. But this number is not clear because the CDC will not report the number, and the liberal media is not concerned with this number. At least 10% of the U.S. victims were living in nursing homes. The U.S. shut down the entire economy based on this. Here it is. Dr. Fauci admitted on Monday that it was he and Dr. Birx who persuaded President Trump to kill the economy. And they did this widely with inaccurate models and predictions. President said two very smart people came into his office and urged him to lock down the economy or 2.2 million Americans would die. Well, we were lied to, and now there are 22 million Americans no longer working. This is unacceptable. It's unacceptable. So there's that. And then we've got this mayor in Chicago. Oh my God, you folks in Chicago, what are you doing? You used to be a great city, and now you're just a liberal hive mind of nonsensical, uneducated, wildly left progressive morons. I'm sorry, but that's what you and you know you are what you are. I mean, you sit here and you want to blame everybody else, but here's some good news. So apparently, Obama's brother endorses Donald J. Trump for president the day after Obama endorses Sleepy Joe. I saw the best meme. It's Obama leaning into Joe, and they're sitting outside, and Joe looks frazzled and he looks frail, and I feel real bad for him. But I think it was great because there was a thought bubble from Obama, and it says, "Joe, I endorsed you." And Joe looks at him and goes, "For what?" And it's not funny, because I had an uncle that sundowned. Age-related mental degeneration is not funny. And the fact that you folks in the Democratic Party are pushing this man to run for office when he doesn't know what the word run means anymore, and that he's sundowning and he doesn't know where he is, and he can't read a teleprompter, you are disgusting. You are disgusting people. You are literally taking away what little dignity this man did have toward the end of his life, and I will pray for you. I am so sad for you folks. I'm so sad for you folks, because if it gets to a debate, I don't think Trump's going to hold back. You folks put him there. You folks caused the American people to vote for that man. Remember that. You liberals, you progressives, you even a lot of you Republicans who talk a big game. You say, "Oh, we're patriots," and you're not. You're not patriots. You are incredibly irresponsible, disrespectful people. You stand on the backs of the people who actually fought for this country, and then you tell other people that they don't know what they're talking about. How dare you? Well, let's see what that trash over at the NY Times has to say, because I just want to see what kind of nonsense they're speaking. New U.S. jobless claims push 4-week total to 22 million. Okay, so they got that right. Let's see what we got. Over 5.2 million this week in economic toll grows. Okay. Total is roughly the net number of jobs created in 9.5-year stretch. Okay. I don't believe that, but all right. We've got a graph here that shows the initial jobless claims. 08 and 09, during the recession, we had just over just over 500,000 in initial jobless claims, and because of the beer cold, we're now at 22,034,000. That's a lot of jobless claims. After anonymous tip 17, 17 bodies are found in nursing home hit by the virus. This is in New Jersey, so that's nice. That's at a nursing home. That's crazy. That the nursing home didn't even have the decency to put them in cold storage. I think they were found in a shed or something. It's awesome. Opponents to the stay-at-home orders organized protest at state capitals, states of Michigan, North Carolina, and Kentucky. Yesterday, I understand it was over 1 million cars and possibly 2 to 3 million people stormed the Capitol, Lansing, Michigan. And I think that's good. That woman is insane. She is definitely an authoritarian. She needs to be removed from office. She's a danger to the United States. Who now Trump's scapegoat warned about coronavirus early and often. No, they didn't. We saw the tweets. We saw the reports. Back in January, he was telling us there was no human-to-human transmission. So, you can lie all you want in this. I'm sorry, but this is birdcage liner. This is garbage. But I just wanted to read something that was going to bring up my anger. And now suddenly the Democratic establishment loves Bernie Sanders. Yeah, because he backed your rapist, Satan-worshipping, sundowning candidate. So what do you want from that? The generation before me, there's an old saying that you're only one generation away from losing your liberties and your freedoms. And that's because you've allowed the school systems to be corrupted in such a way that it has turned your children's brains into mush. It's turned it into mush, ladies and gentlemen. You've given these schools the power to take over your car, power to take over your kids, and you've destroyed your kids. And now they're nothing but lazy, irresponsible, most of them potheads, because it's just weed, man. It's not just weed, man. They're doing it to you on purpose, and you're so stupid you don't even realize it. Why do you think the largest populations in this country, in these on these coastal cities, these coastal states, why do you think they legalized weed? Because weed makes you passive, makes you not really care, and it's really disgusting. I'm just saying, it's really it's unacceptable. But hey, it's just one guy talking here. And then you've got the folks who think that they should allow people to spread disinformation, and that's unacceptable. That is unacceptable. I had a friend who was doing that, and because I disrespected him, he didn't want to. He didn't want to deal with any of that, and that's not my problem. I'll disrespect you all the time if you don't stand for what's right. Sorry. I'm sorry. If you don't stand for what's right, if you don't stand up against the nonsense that is being spewed out there every day, then you are a sad individual. That's just the way it is. You have apparently Jim Acosta went crazy on still trying to back China, which is another sad excuse for a pseudo-journalist. He went off on a rant that it's the president's fault, and it's not. But people are people, what can you do? Those are the stories that I had to share. God bless everyone. I hope everyone stays safe. God bless America. God bless your families, and we'll see you with some more stories hopefully later today. Maybe we can get some more funny ones. Bye-bye.